differentiation and integration. Yesterday we have seen that numerical methods, we have seen that interpolation. So today we are going to discuss numerical differentiation and integration. So in this topic, what we are going to see, the first order and second order differentiation formula for derivatives using finite differences. Newton's forward and backward differences formula to compute the derivatives. So that we are going to see today. And the tomorrow session is on integration. So in that we are going to see that rules trapezoidal, Simpson's 1/3 and Simpson's 3/8 rule. So let us recall the things what we have seen that in interpolation. In that interpolation, we have two things. One is for equal interval, other one is for unequal interval. So let us see what is that equal intervals. Consider the polynomial y is equal to f of x passing through the points n plus 1 pair xi, yi, where I equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n. And note down here each xi's are given in equal interval. So that is what xi equal to x0 plus ih. For example, x1 is x0 plus 1h. x2 is x0 plus 2h. Like this it goes. Okay, so note that it's very, very important. The x values should be given in equal interval. Okay, so in such case, we can interpolate the value of y of the polynomial y is equal to f of x when that x value is lie between the interval x0 and xn. So here xk is given for example. And what we have seen for that equal intervals, we have seen Newton's forward interpolation formula and Newton's backward interpolation formula. So Newton's forward interpolation formula is when we can use if the given x value is near the beginning. If x value is near the beginning, we can use that Newton's forward interpolation formula. Like this, when we can use that Newton's backward interpolation formula, when that x value is given near the end of the table, we can use that Newton's backward interpolation formula. So what is that Newton's forward interpolation formula? That's what y is equal to f of x, y0 plus u by 1 factorial, delta y0 plus u minus 1 by 2 factorial, delta square y0 and so on. So this is what that numerical formula, that's what Newton's forward difference interpolation formula, where u is equal to what? X minus x0 by h. Okay, so this is what we have seen yesterday. So by using this, what we are going to find that Newton's difference formula to find the derivatives. So first order derivative, second order derivative, how we can find using this Newton's forward difference interpolation formula. Like this, we can use that Newton's backward difference interpolation formula when x value is near the end of the table that you have seen yesterday. And today we are going to use this formula to find the first order and second order derivatives. Where what is y here? F of x is equal to yn plus v by 1 factorial, delta yn, del yn plus v plus 1 by 2 factorial, del square yn plus etc. so on. So this is what that Newton's backward difference formula, interpolation formula. And note down what is V here. V is x minus xn by h. So these are all the things we have discussed. By using this, we have found that interpolated values for the given x, whether it is near the beginning or near the end of the table. Okay, today we are going to see what is that derivatives. So how we are going to find that first order and second order derivatives of that given y is equal to f of x. So when we can use that numerical differentiation? Numerical differentiation is the process of finding the derivatives of the function y is equal to f of x at some assigned values of x from the given set of data xi, yi, where I varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n. So note down, so we are going to find the derivatives formula only for equal intervals of x. Is it clear? Okay. Now, you know what is Newton's forward difference formula for that interpolation. So what is that? Y is equal to f of x equal to y naught plus u by 1 factorial delta y naught. And we have seen that it's what u minus 1 by 2 factorial. And it is multiplied now. So what it becomes? U square minus u by 2 factorial. Like this, you know, see that u minus 1, u minus 2. So this can be multiplied and you will get this type of result. U cube minus 3u square plus 2u by 3 factorial delta cube y naught. So this is nothing but your Newton's forward interpolation formula only, and just the numerators are multiplied and we are getting a simple form. So from this only we are going to find the first order derivative. Now you look at that equation, y is equal to f of x. Here you know, see that there is no x involved in that right hand side of your interpolation formula. So how we can find out dy by dx? So for that, what we can see, y is differentiated first with respect to u. And that u can be differentiated with respect to what? X. Because in u we have x. So how I can write that? Dy by dx, that's equal to dy by du into du by dx. But what is du by dx? This is what your u. So this can be differentiated with respect to x. So du by dx means what you will get 1 minus 0. Since x naught is constant, even h is what that length of that x values. Okay, that's what interval. So when you are differentiating that u, you will get do u by dx is equal to 1 minus 0 by h. That's equal to 1 by h. So now dy by dx is equal to 1 by h into delta y naught. See that delta y naught become 0 because it is a constant. So you will get only delta y naught. U is differentiated. So it is 1. 1 into delta y naught. And now the second part term become 2u minus 1 by 2 factorial into delta square y naught and plus 3u square minus 6u plus 2. Is it clear? By 3 factorial delta cube y naught plus 4u power 3 minus 6 3s are 12, 18 u square plus 22u minus 6 by 4 factorial into delta power 4 y naught. So now that equation is written here. See, dy by dx is equal to 1 by h. That's what du by dx. So it is written here 1 by h. And dy by du is delta y naught plus 2u minus 1 by 2 factorial. The factorial is written as, you know what is 2 factorial? So that's 2 into delta square y naught plus 3u square minus 6u plus 2 by 6 delta cube y naught. What is that? 6? It's 3 factorial plus the next term. And 4 factorial is what? 24. So it is written 24 here into delta power 4 y naught plus so on. And note down what is your u. U is equal to x minus x naught by h. Is it clear? Okay. So this is what that derivative formula where we can use this, when we can use, if the given x value is near the beginning of the table, because you have studied already the Newton's forward interpolation formula can be used when x is near the beginning. So you note down this. So now this is the formula we can use. Okay. So when x is equal to x naught, sometimes x becomes x naught. That is the first entry. So it is x is equal to x naught means what happened in my u? U is equal to x naught minus x naught by h. So x naught minus x naught become what? 0. 0 by h, that's what 0. In such case, what is that dy by dx? So it become dy by dx at x is equal to x naught. That's equal to dy by dx at u equal to 0. X is equal to x naught you can say, or dy by dx at u equal to 0 you can say. So that is equal to 1 by h delta y naught minus 1 by 2. Since u becomes 0 here, so it is 0 minus 1, 1 by 2 delta square y naught. Again here you put u equal to 0. So what happened here? 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3 delta cube y naught. And put 0 in all u's, you will get minus 6 by 24, that's minus 1 by 4 delta power 4 y naught plus etc. So where I can use this formula, if x is equal to x naught or if u is equal to 0, then the first order derivative is dy by dx at u equal to 0. That's what? 1 by h delta y naught minus 1 by 2 delta square y naught plus 1 by 3 delta cube y naught minus 1 by 4 delta power 4 y naught. So we have seen two formulas now. What are the formulas? The first order derivative of y with respect to x, if my x is near the beginning. If x is near the beginning, I can use this first formula. If x is exactly x naught, it means u equal to 0. I can use this second formula. Note down. So we have seen two formulas so far for the first order derivative. Now, how we can find the second order derivative? So we have seen this is what the first order. The same procedure what we have applied to find dy by dx, again that procedure is used to find the second order derivative. D square y by dx square. So when I use that, I will get this second order derivative. So that formula is written d square y by dx square equal to 1 by h square delta square y naught plus u minus 1 delta cube y naught plus 6u square minus 18u plus 11 by 12 delta power 4 y naught plus etc. So what we have done? We have done only the differentiation of this first order derivative with respect to x again. So you are getting this formula. Okay. Now at x is equal to x naught, what will happen? If you put x is equal to x naught in u, it becomes x naught minus x naught by h, that is 0. So in this case, when u equal to 0, what happened in my second order derivative? So it is d square y by dx square, it's equal to 1 by h square. Put u equal to 0 wherever you have in this equation. So it becomes delta square y naught minus u is 0. So minus 1 into delta q y naught plus 11 by 12 into delta power 4 y naught plus so on. So this is what that two more formulas. So what is that? When x is near the beginning, how we can find the second order derivative. So this formula I can use. If x is exactly equivalent to x naught, then you can use this formula to find the second order derivative. So for How many formulas we have seen? 4 formulas by using that Newton's forward interpolation formula. Right. Now, already I told you we can use that backward difference interpolation formula. So now I'm going to use the backward difference formula to compute the first order and second order derivatives. And you know what is that formula? Newton's backward interpolation formula. That's what y is equal to f of x, that's equal to yn plus v by 1 factorial del yn plus v square plus v. Actually it is v into v plus 1. So that can be multiplied here. So it becomes v square plus v. Like this here also the numerator is multiplied and you are getting this term v cube plus 3v square plus 2v by 3 factorial del cube yn plus so on. Where v equal to x minus xn by h. Okay. Now the same procedure what we have followed to get that derivative of y with respect to x using the Newton's forward interpolation formula is used, and we are getting that first order derivative when x is near the end of the table. So when x is near the end of the table, I can use this formula 1 by h del yn plus 2v plus 1 by 2 del square yn plus 3v square plus 6v plus 6. That's what your 3 factorial del cube yn plus 4v cube plus 18v square plus 22v plus 6 by 24 del power 4 yn plus so on. And you see that the first order derivative formula by using that Newton's forward. So here you look at that. What is the difference between that forward and backward difference? Instead of u, there we used v. See, there we used v. Instead of delta, instead of this delta, what we have used del. Okay, and instead of y naught, okay, y naught, the first entry, y naught, instead of that, we have used yn. So that is what the difference. And all the terms, you look at all the terms are positive. Okay, so there is no alternative sign between the terms. So it's very easy to by heart the formulas. Dy by dx is equal to 1 by h del yn plus 2v plus 1 by 2 factorial or simply 2 del square yn plus so on. So at x is equal to xn. Here it is not x naught, xn. So it is v equal to xn minus xn by h. That's equal to 0. Is it clear? So at v equal to 0. So what it become? You put v equal to 0 in this equation. You will get dy by dx is equal to 1 by h del yn plus v becomes 0. So 0 plus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 del square yn. V becomes 0. So all the terms get 0. Only you will get 2. 2 by 6. So 2 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 3 del cube yn. And here 6 by 24. That's what 1 by 4 del power 4 yn plus so on. So how many formulas we have seen? So here this is for the first order derivative. If x is near the end of the table, don't forget. Right. The same way, I can find that second order derivative. The derivative formula is given here. D square y by dx square equal to 1 by h square del square yn plus v plus 1 into del cube yn plus 6v square plus 18v plus by plus 11 by 12 del power 4 yn plus etc. So this is what that second order derivative formula using Newton's backward difference interpolation formula. And if it is 0, it means v equal to 0, that equation is d square y by dx square 1 by h square del square yn plus del cube yn plus 11 by 12 del power 4 yn plus etc. When I can use this formula, if v is 0, it means x is equal to xn. Okay, so we have seen the second order derivative. If x is near the end, these are the formulas. Okay. Apart from that, suppose if you want to find the velocity, you know what is velocity? V equal to the rate of change of displacement or distance. V equal to dy by dx. So if we want to find the velocity of any moving particle, then you can use this formula V equal to dy by dx, first order derivative. It depends the x values. If x is near the beginning, I can use that forward difference derivative formula. If x is near the end, I can use that backward derivative formula. At the same time, acceleration. The acceleration is a equal to the rate of change of velocity. If velocity is given, you can go for that first order derivative. If from the distance, if you want to find the acceleration, the formula is d square y by dx square. Is it clear? So velocity is dy by dx. Acceleration is what? A equal to d square y by dx square. Okay. Then suppose if you want to find the maximum or minimum value of y is equal to f of x. And we studied that in your earlier semester, how to find the maximum or the minimum values. So what we will see, whatever function is given, we will find out the first order derivatives with respect to x. Okay, and it should be equated to 0. We will find the values, and then from that we will find the stationary points, and we will see what are the saddle points, everything we will see. So that you have studied in your the previous semesters, first semesters. Now the same procedure can be used here to find the maximum or minimum value. And by using that formulas, forward and backward difference for derivatives. So first order derivative formula you should find out first. That's what dy by dx, whether by backward or forward. It depends the value of x. Is it clear? Second step, you equate that dy by dx to 0. And then you solve for the variable. The variable is what here? U, when you are having that forward. And the variable is V when you have when you are using that backward. Okay, this is what the procedure to find out the maximum or minimum value. Find dy by dx and equate that to 0 and solve for the variable either u or v. This is what the step we are following. Okay, let us see the problems. The first problem is compute the first and second order derivative of y is equal to f of x from the following table at x is equal to 1.1. The data is given below. Okay. And first you see the data, whether the x values are given in equal interval or unequal interval. And what we are doing, only for equal intervals we are finding. And I'll tell you, suppose if that x values are given in unequal, what we can do. So that I will tell you after this session. So now you see that x values, x is equal to 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2. So all are given in equal interval. What is that h? That interval length, that is what is 0.2. H is equal to 0.2. Yes. So we have identified the x values are given in equal interval. So definitely I can use the formula, any one of that forward or backward formula to find the derivatives. Okay. Now what we are asked, what the question, first order and the second order derivatives. Okay. Then what is your x? Whether it is near the beginning or exactly x naught, or if it is near the end or exactly x, and that we have to check. And now look at that x is equal to 1.1. So 1.1, where it lies? Between 1 and 1.2. So here it is 1.1. So x value is where? It is near the beginning. So if x is near the beginning, you know very well what we can use, Newton's forward difference formula for the derivative, first order derivative as well as second order. So x is equal to, so that only it is given 1.1 is near the beginning of the table. So we can use Newton's forward difference formula to find the first order and the second order derivatives. And how to find the difference table. The very important thing is, without the table we can't proceed. We can't find the solution. So you must know how to find the table. So this is what that x values. This is what the y values. So how I can find out the first difference, first order difference, delta y. Delta y is nothing but this is y x0, x1, x2, x3, x4, xy. The corresponding values y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. So y1 minus y0, it is written here. Then y2 minus y1 is written. y3 minus y2 is written. y4 minus y3 written. And y5 minus y4 is written here. That is what my first order difference is. Like the second order. So from this part, you have a term, you have to subtract this number. So 0.416 minus 0.128 become like this. So like this, we are finding the second derivative differences, delta square y. Like this, delta cube y. Delta cube y is from delta square y, we can find out 0.336 minus 0.288 is what this. 0.384 minus 0.336 is what this. Like this, we can find out the difference between these two. From this to this is what 0.048. So now look at what happened. Delta power 4 all becomes 0. So only you are getting delta cube. Now we identified the formula. The first order derivative formula. What is that? dy by dx is equal to 1 by h, because my x is not exactly x0. It is near the beginning of the table. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by h. That's the first formula. Delta y0 plus 2u minus 1 by 2 delta square y0 plus 3u square minus 6u plus 2 by 6 into delta cube y0 plus so on. So that formula only you have to use. Now you must find out what is u, because in that formula u is involved, no? So we want to find out u. U is equal to x. That's what given. 1.1 minus 1 is what x0 by h. So that's what 0.5. So now this u equal to 0.5 can be used in this formula. So 1 by h is 0.2. Delta y0 is this value. Delta square y0 is this value. Delta cube y0 is this. So that can be used. Delta power 4, 0. So we don't want to write that. These are y0, delta y0, delta square y0, delta cube y0. Now u is 0.5. So that can be substituted here. Like this in this term and in this term, because here delta power 4 is 0. So we don't want to use this. So only first three terms you will get. So now you look at dy by dx is equal to 1 by 0.2, that is 1 by h. U delta y0 plus 2u minus 1 by 2 delta square y0 plus 3u square minus 6u plus 2 by 6 delta cube y0. So if I substituted, then what we are getting? Dy by dx at this point x is equal to 1.1 is 0.63. So this is what your first derivative of the given function y is equal to f of x at x is equal to 1.1. Is it clear? Okay. Now we want to find the second derivative also. And we found already what is u, the same. Now second order derivative formula is what? It's what by using forward differences. D square y by dx square, that's equal to 1 by h square, delta square y0 plus u minus 1, delta cube y0 plus 1. And delta power 4 is 0, so we don't want to write this. Now that equation is 1 by h square. H is what? 0.2. The whole square, delta y0 plus u minus 1 into delta cube y0. So the second derivative d square y by dx square at x is equal to 1.1 is 6.6. Is it clear, boys? So what is that? The first and second order derivatives of the function at x is equal to 1.1 is, we got here, it's what, 0.63 and 6.6. Okay, now we come to the second problem. The second problem is the population of a certain town is given below. find that rate of growth of the population in 1931, 1941, 1961 and 1971. So the data is given here. Now we want to find the rate of growth of population. See that 1931, 1941, 1961, 1971. So 4 years are given here. Now look at your X. 1931, 1941, 1951, 1961, 71. Whether that X values are given in equal interval. Whether it is given? Yes. What is that? The difference is 31 to 41 H, 41 to 51. It's what? 10. 51 to 61, 10. Again 61 to 71, 10. So X values are given in equal interval. That is H is equal to 10. So I can use that forward or backward difference formula to find the derivatives. Now what we want to find, the rate of growth of population. So year is given, population is given. So rate of growth means the first order derivative dy by dx. The first order derivative dy by dx we want to find out at this year 1931. So 1931 is what? My value x naught. Exactly it is x naught. Okay, 1931 is what? Exactly x naught. Like this, 1971 is what? Exactly xn. 1941. What is my 41? It is near the beginning of the table. And you can ask me the question how I can find out whether the x values are given in that near the beginning or near the end. You may try to divide the given data into two halves. So if the value of x is in the first half, I can use Newton's forward. If the value of x is near the second half, I can use that backward formulas, backward differences, interpolation or the derivatives formulas. So now you look at 1941, which is near the beginning. 1961 is near the end. So let's just see what is the rate of growth of population in the year 1931. So see, X is 1931 and 1941 we are going to see. X is X naught, 1931, 1941 is near the beginning. So let us see what is the first order derivative at 1931. In the year 1931, what is that? U is the formula x minus x naught. So x is what here? 1931. So 1931 minus 1931, 0. So u becomes 0. Now we want to use that first order derivative formula for 1931. And he is added here 1931. So it is dy by dx at x is equal to x naught. That's dy by dx is equal to at u equal to 0. Now what is my formula? 1 by h delta y naught minus half delta square y naught plus 1 by 3 delta cube y naught minus 1 by 4 delta power 4 y naught plus so on. So this is what that first order derivative is. X is equal to 1931. That is exactly x naught. It means u equal to 0. Okay. So now the formula is given. So what we required, when I know what is delta y naught, delta square y naught, delta cube y naught, delta power 4, then only I can proceed here. So for that what we required? We required the difference table. Now you take your x value. X values are what? The year. Y values are what? The population. So that is given. X is the year, Y is the population. Now we find out delta Y, first order difference, second order difference, third order difference, fourth order difference. What is my first order difference? That is 60.80 minus 40.62. That's what is written here. Like this 79.95 minus 60.80 is written here. You are finding the differences of these y values and you will get delta y's. So it becomes delta y naught. And the second order differences 19.15 minus 20.18. So that's minus 1.03. Like this 23.61 minus 19.15 is 4.46. And 29.09 minus 23.61 is 5.48. It's what my second difference is. Like this, we can find the third difference and fourth differences. And I have marked here, see, it is y naught. This is delta y naught. It's delta square y naught, delta cube y naught, and delta power 4 y naught. And like this, the end, it is xn. Okay, 1971 is what your xn. The corresponding y value is yn. And this is what del yn. It is del square yn. This is del cube yn. It is del power 4 yn. So now we need this one. Y naught, delta square, delta cube, y naught, delta power 4 y naught. So see that h is it is what 10. So 1 by 10 delta y naught. What's my delta y naught? 20.18 is written here. Minus 1 by 2 delta square y naught. Minus 1.03 is written. Delta cube 5.49. Delta power 4 minus 4.47. So everything is substituted in this formula. And when you are simplifying this, I'm getting that 2.36425. And suppose if you want to, so how many decimals are there here? 5 decimals are there. And now I can simplify this result, this answer to 4 place of decimals. How? Since this 5 is more than, it is equivalent to 5 or more than 5, what we can do? We can take 1 to this number. So it becomes 2.3643. So now which is corrected to 4 places of decimals. If you want 5 place, here you can stop. If you want to correct the answer to the 4th place, I can write which is nearly equivalent to 2.3643. So it's not my first derivative in the year 1931. Then 1941. 1941 is what? Near the beginning of the table. So we found what is u. 1941, that's what my x minus x naught by h. So it is 41 minus 31 by 10. So that is 10 by 10, that's equal to 1. So here, here u is equal to 1. So I have written is u 0, no, it is 1. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by h into delta y naught plus 2u minus 1 by 2 delta square y naught plus 3u square minus 6u plus 2 by 6 delta cube y naught plus so on. So that formula we are going to use because u is equal to 1 here, not 0. Okay. So now dy by dx at u is equal to 1. We put u equal to 1 in this formula. Then it is 1 by 10 delta y naught 20.18 2u minus 1 2 minus 1 by 2 into delta square, then 3 minus 6 plus 2 by 6. It's minus 1 by 6. 5.49 is what? Delta cube y naught. Like this, here 4 u cube. So 4 minus 18 plus 22 minus 6 by 24 is 1 by 12. Then delta power 4 is minus 4.47. So we are substituted all the results here. Then at last what we are getting? 1.83775. Which is the decimal place find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places are given. So this is what the answer. If I want to correct the answer to the 4th place of decimals, since it is 5, so I can take 1 to this number 7. So it becomes 1.8378. So the rate of change of growth of population in the year 1941 is 1.8378, which is corrected to 4 place of decimals. So what we have seen in the year 1931, 1941. So what formula we have used? Newton's forward difference formula for first order derivatives. Okay, because it is exactly x naught, it is near the beginning. Okay, and what about the remaining 2? What about the remaining 2? Where is my remaining 2? 1971 and 1961. So let us see first 1971. 71 is, what is your 71? 1971 is what your xn. So at x is equal to xn. At x is equal to xn, what happened in B? xn minus xn. So it becomes 0. So for the year x is equal to 1971, v is what? 0. Now I can use that backward difference formula to find the first order derivative. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by h del yn plus 1 by 2 del square yn plus 1 by 3 del cube yn plus 1 by 4 del power 4 yn plus etc. So this is what the backward difference formula to find the first order derivative. So now I am going to use this formula. So it's equal to 1 by 10 del yn. So where is my del yn? In the table, you see that this is what del yn, 29.09. It is del square yn, del cube yn, del power 4 yn. So we are using this results here. Del yn, del square yn is this, del cube yn is this, del power 4 yn is minus. So I put minus 4.47 by 4. And when I simplify this, I'll get 3.10525. Okay, so this is what the rate of growth of population in the year 1971. That's what at x is equal to xn. And one more year is pending. What is that? In the year 1961, look at the table again. 1961 is near the end of the table. So definitely you must use that backward difference formula to find the first order derivative. So I can use that formula here. 1961, what is my v? 1961 is what? My x minus xn by h. So it is minus 10 by 10, that's equal to minus 1. So now I want to use this formula, backward difference formula, to find the first order derivative. Dy by dx is equal to 1 by h del yn plus 2v plus 1 by 2 del square yn plus 3v square plus 6v by 6 plus 2 del cube yn plus 4v cube plus 18v square plus 22v plus 6 by 24 del power 4 yn plus etc. So this formula only we should use. Remember, we have seen 4 formulas. First order formula by using forward and backward differences. Second order formula by using forward and backward differences. So we must look at which formula is applicable. That formula only you have to take. Right. Now what is my v? V is minus 1. What is my v? Minus 1. So that I have to substitute 2v, 2 into minus 1. So minus 2 plus 1, it becomes minus 1 by 2 into del square yn. Del square yn is where? Del square yn, 5.48. Del cube yn is what? 1.0 to remember. So that I have to use here, del cube yn and del power 4 yn. So I have substituted all the results here and you are getting 2.65525, which is for 5 places. If I want to correct this to 4 places, this 5 become 5. From the 5 you can take 1 to this number 2, so it becomes 2.6553, which is corrected to 4 places of decimals. So we found that rate of change of growth of the population in the year 1961 also. So the rate of change of growth of the population in the year 1931, 41 we used in Newton's forward differences to find the first order derivative. Like this, for 1961 and 71 we used that backward difference formula to find the first order differences. Okay, that's what that was second problem. Okay, and it is very different. What is that? Problem 3. A rod is rotating in a plane. Okay, let us see that problem number 3. A rod is rotating in a plane. The following table gives angle theta in radians, through which the rod has turned for various values of time t seconds. Calculate the angular velocity and angular acceleration of the rod at t equal to 0.6 seconds. So again you read that theta is given and what is given? T. T is given in seconds. Calculate, this is what the question, calculate the angular velocity and angular acceleration of the rod at t equal to 0.6. Velocity, angular acceleration. So time t and the radians theta value is given angle. So I want to find the velocity and acceleration. So velocity means what I told you, dy by dx. But here the variables are t and theta. So now, so what we want to find out here, t value is t values are given in equal interval. That is what h is equal to 0.2. So that we can see first. Okay, t values are given in equal interval 0.2. So definitely I can use that forward, either forward or backward difference formula to find the derivatives. Okay. Now acceleration and velocity. Velocity is what I gave you the formula for velocity. Yes, here velocity is what? Dy by dx. But here the variables are t and theta. So I can write d theta by dt. V is equal to d theta by dt. And acceleration is d square theta by dt square. So that only I have to take here in this problem. Right. Okay, what is my t? T equal to 0.6. So where is my t equal to 0.6, which is near the end of the table. So I can use that backward difference formula to find the first order and the second order derivatives. Now, at t equal to 0.6, is near the end of the table, we can use Newton's backward difference formula for both first order and second order because we want angular velocity and angular acceleration. Right. So now we want to find first what is my V, because we have identified we are going to use backward difference formula to find the derivative. So we want to find what is V. What is V? X minus xn. X is what? That is what t here. 0.6 minus tn. Tn is what? The last value of t. 1. So it is 0.6 minus 1 by 0.2, that is equal to minus 2. And here the table is given t and theta, del theta, because we are going to use backward. So instead of writing delta theta, I have written directly what is del theta, del square theta, del cube and del power 4 theta. Now this is what t values and theta values are written here. Del theta, the same procedure. Second value minus first value. Second value minus first value. Second value minus first. Second value minus first. Second value minus first. Like this, we found what is first differences, backward differences. It is 0.12. 0.12 minus 0. 0.49 minus 0.12. Like this, we found all the data here. So del power 4, why not become 0? Now you see dy by dx at t equal to 0.6. It is not exactly xn. It is near the end. So this formula only I should use. So what is my v here? V is what? Minus 2. So that I have to use. So when I use this, we are getting 1 by 0.2 del yn minus 2 into minus 2. 2 2s are 4. Minus 4 plus 1. 3. Minus 3 by 2 del square yn. So where is my del square? This is del yn. So this is theta, del square theta, del cube theta, del power 4 theta. So this last result only we should use, this last value. Okay. So now that values are written and you are getting d theta by dt. That's what my velocity at t equal to 0.6 is 3.8167. Since velocity is radian per second, and the second order difference d square y by dx square. So that's what that acceleration. So 1 by h square del square yn plus v plus 1 del q yn plus 6v square plus 18v plus 11 by 12 del power 4 yn. The second order derivative formula by using Newton's backward differences. What is my del square yn? Where is my del square yn? Here. Del q yn is here. So that we have used. So 1 by h square here, not a h square. So 0.2 the whole square into del square yn, 0.28. Del cube yn is 0.01. Then we are substituting all the results. You are getting that acceleration 6.75 radian per second square. This is what that acceleration. So we found what is angular velocity and angular acceleration of the rod at t equal to 0.6 seconds. Right. The next fourth problem is find the maximum value from the following table of x from which y is maximum and find the value of y. So x values are given and y values are given. Y is 0.9320 and this is 0.996 and here this 0.9636 and for 1.5 it is 0.9855. For 1.6 it is 0.9975. Now you see what is my x, whether it is given in equal interval. Yes. What is my interval length? 0.1. 0.1 or 0.2? 1.2 p values are given in equal interval, which is given in 0.1. H is equal to 0.1 only. So and what we want to find out here, it is given the rate of change. I mean, we want to find the maxima minima. So the procedure I have given. What's my procedure? The procedure is first you should find out dy by dx. First procedure is what? Dy by dx and equate that to 0 and we will get the value of u. Okay. So that is taken here. So dy by dx formula is written for any x and here x naught is 1.2, h is equal to x naught is what? 1.2, h is equal to 0.1. Okay, that is we found from the table. 0.1 is what your h value and the difference table is drawn here. That's what x values, y values and the first order, second order, third order differences. And since this third difference is very infinitesimal, very small value, so I can neglect. So what I have written, dy by dx is equal to 0 is dy by dx 1 by h delta y naught plus 2u minus 1. 2u minus 1 by 2 delta square y naught, and this is also very small. Okay, so but minus 0.0097, that is what your del q y naught, it is del square y naught is written, and del q y naught is what? Very small, so I can neglect because it is 0.0097. So it's very small value, so I can neglect. So I have written delta y naught plus 2u minus 1 by 2 into delta square y naught. So this is equated to 0. And when I solve this equation, I'll get u value. What's my u? 3.7577. Now, you know this x is equal to x naught plus uh. So from this, I may find out what is x. So x is 1.57577, which is nearly equivalent to 1.58. We are corrected to 2 places of decimal. So what we want to find out? The maximum value of y at x is equal to 1.58. Again, the same formula. Which formula? The same formula I should find out. Newton's forward differences formula. interpolation formula we want to find. So this is what that interpolation formula. It is y naught plus u by 1 factorial into delta y naught plus u minus 1 by 2 factorial into delta square y naught plus so on. So when I substitute that, I'm getting the maximum value of y is what 1 for x is equal to 1.58. So if you want to find that maximum or minimum value, the step is what? Find the first order derivative, dy by dx. So dy by dx you find and equate that to 0, and you will get the value of u that can be substituted in this formula. X is equal to x naught plus uh. So you will get 1.57577 and it is nearly equivalent to 1.58. It means we found the value of x, and now we can find out the maximum value of y at x is equal to 1.58 by using the same formula. So what I am getting? Y is equal to 1. So this is what the procedure. Okay. So far we have seen that 4 problems. All 4 problems are very different problems. Now for practice, I have given these 2. The first problem is the table given below reveals the velocity v of a body during the specified time t. Find the acceleration. And look at that, v is given. Okay, it's not the distance or displacement. Here from the velocity, you are going to find the acceleration. So which formula I want to use, either the first order or second order? Think, since v is given, okay, and we want to find out the acceleration. So we want to find the first order derivative formula from the velocity. So the rate of change of velocity is what? The acceleration. dv by dt only I should find out. Though, don't forget and don't use the second order because it is not the distance, it is velocity. Velocity is given. So from the velocity, I should find out the acceleration. So find out dv by dt at t equal to 1.1. Where is my 1.1? Which is near the beginning. So how you can solve this problem? You use that Newton's forward difference formula to find the first order derivative, dv by dt. Okay, at t equal to 1.1. So you must to find out what is u, and later we can find out that dv by dt, that is what your acceleration. So that is what is given to you for a practice. All of you please try to find the answer for this question. The answer, first order derivative f dash of 1.1, that's nothing but your acceleration, which is given 44.9166. So all you try and you check, are you getting this 44.9166? And like this, the second problem, find the value of cos of 1.74 from the table. And you see the table x, sin x. Sin x is given. From that, what we want to find out? Cos x. So how we can find out? You know, the differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. So when I am differentiating sin x, I will get cos x. So differentiation of sin x with respect to x, that's what cos x. So here also you must use that first order derivative formula. Okay, first order derivative, okay. And what about whether it is forward or backward? Look at what is the point x value, 1.74. 1.74 is here. So it is near the beginning. So near the beginning means I can use Newton's forward difference formula to find the first order derivative. So use that formula and you will get dy. Actually, this is what y equal to sin x. So dy by dx, first order derivative. So f dash of 1.74. It's what? Cos of 1.74 is what? Minus 0.178. So you, all of you try these 2 problems. Okay, this is for your practice. And tomorrow we will discuss what is that numerical integration. In numerical integration, we have 3 formulas that we will discuss tomorrow. And today we can, we have seen that numerical differentiation by using forward and backward difference for interpolation formulas. Thank you.